Hello everyone, I'm Johnny, and today we're taking a look at a little helicopter, the Hiller ROE Rotorcycle, part of a growing segment on this channel that might leave you saying, I want one. Anyway, let's check it out. This is the Hiller ROE Rotorcycle. ROE stands for Rotorcycle Observation, with the E the engineering manufacturer code for Saunders Roe. The helicopter was designed by Hiller Helicopters, with Stanley Hiller leading the engineering team. It was produced by the British Saunders Roe Company. This ultralight helicopter was designed to be a foldable, self-rescue observation helicopter. It was designed and tested for the United States Marine Corps, but was never officially adopted. Hiller Aircraft had experience designing military helicopters dating back to World War II. This is the Hiller XH-44, first flown in 1944 using contra-rotating rotors. It was the first successful coaxial rotor helicopter built in the United States. Hiller started developing this design at the age of 17. The Hiller Company has a history of innovative helicopter designs. The Hiller YH-32 Hornet, for example, was powered by ramjet engines, mounted on rotor blade tips. Beyond design, the Hiller Aircraft Company even worked with the CIA on cover projects for the construction of spy satellites. Hiller was purchased by Fairchild Aircraft in 1964. The Rotorcycle was just one of several compact aircraft rescue designs tested in the 1950s. This, for example, is the Goodyear Inflato plane, designed to be dropped to rescue downed airmen, then inflated and flown out. These designs came from a time of true James Bond gadgetry, where anything and everything was being tested as the world entered the space age. This is a Wallace WA-116 Agile aircraft, being unfolded for James Bond's use. Though not a rescue aircraft, its use in the movie was certainly inspired by such early Cold War designs. The 1950s saw some of the highest attrition rates for aircraft in non-combat accidents. Early jets were advancing faster than their safety standards. Accident rates on jet aircraft in the 1950s and 60s were about 15 times higher than with modern jet aircraft. The government needed ways not to only make aircraft safer, but to rescue downed airmen. A total of 12 Hiller Rotorcycles were built, with 5 going to the Marine Corps. They were first flown in 1956. The mini helicopter, only weighing 309 pounds empty, could be folded up into a canister. This allowed the aircraft to be dropped by parachute to a downed pilot. It could be dragged by a sled or kept in the bed of a truck. The helicopter is only big enough for one man. It's powered by a 4-cylinder piston engine producing 43 horsepower. A 34-liter fuel tank gives the helicopter a range, under ideal conditions, of 267 kilometers, or 166 miles. Maximum speed is 70 miles per hour, or 110 kilometers an hour. One of the unforeseen downsides of this bare-bones helicopter was that it lacks visual references of any kind. Essentially, it's like flying in a chair. This caused many pilots to experience spatial disorientation at all but very low altitudes. The Marines were further concerned about the safety of a pilot from small arms fire of any kind. Ultimately, the project was abandoned. The helicopter was otherwise a success. It performed well, was agile, and was easy enough to assemble in 10 minutes or less, without specialized tools. Other considerations for the Rotorcycle were for use as an observation platform, and even for laying cable for communication. But the disorientation effect ultimately made it unsafe. The use of such a tiny single-seat aircraft for observation was not a novel idea. Here's an FA-330 rotary wing kite used by the German Navy during World War II. It was towed by U-boats as an observation platform. Alright, I'm Johnny. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, do take the chopportunity to hit the like button. Otherwise, do take care and have a nice rest of your day.